Welcome, Miller Makers! We are making
Pinatas!
today with Mrs. and
Mr. Tate.
Da-da-da. Okay, you guys, Mr. Tate, could you show us the pinata?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we are going to be making today. It is a miniature size pinata are you ready, Mrs. Tate?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, let's party! Woo!
Alright, you guys, let's make it. So the first thing you need is you need to make sure you have 6 different colors of already cut tissue paper. If it's not already cut, you're going to have to cut it. Oh, I'm sorry. You need to cut it by 2 inches by 7.5 inches to make them the right slivers. So they should be about this big when you get done. You need 6 different colors. You need to make sure you have a ruler, some tape, some
Scissors!
a toilet paper roll, and
some twine/string.
or some ribbon. All right, you guys. Oh, and last but not least,
Hot glue gun.
perfect. All right, be careful with the hot glue gun. It is
Hot!
ow. All right, you guys. So we are gonna start off, and you are going to, Mr. Tate, cut me a couple of things. He doesn't know it yet, but you're gonna cut kind of a 2x2 square of the blue. I need to make sure that I just have at least 2 squares before I start my pinata. And then I want you to cut me a little bit of confetti. So this is gonna be homemade confetti, and it's gonna look like this. You're just gonna take one of your squares, because I only need 2. So for the 3rd square, Mr. Tate, could you just chop it in around and then make some confetti? All right, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get one of each color to make the piñatas. So I'm going to have my blue, I'm going to have my yellow, and I'm going to have my pink.
Mrs. Tate, should I always be careful whenever I'm using scissors?
Yes, always be careful with scissors. All right, the next thing that we're going to do, I have my 3 colors in front of me, and I have Mr. Tate's also. So Mr. Tate, with your colored longer pieces, you are going to divide them in half, just like a hot dog. Okay, so do all of your pieces in half, just like a hot dog. Then the next thing that you are going to do is you're going to get your tape. Wow, we're throwing tissue paper over here.
It's a party.
You're going to get a long piece of tape. You can see this bad boy? Long. Hold down the tissue paper a little bit, and then you are going to tape your tissue paper to the table. So just like that. Mr. Tate, could you do yours? And I'm going to bring up the video a little bit closer.
Okay. I am really good at this.
All right, so we are just getting long pieces of tape again, and we are holding down our pieces a little bit. It's a little bit tricky, and then we're just taping it down. All 6 of your colors. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get the scissors, and we're going to hold up our edge a little bit, and then we're just going to make them confetti. So we're just going to slice it just like this. Don't slice it to the end. Slice it to the beginning part of the tape. And this is going to be your fringe. Awesome. Your turn, Mr. Tate.
Ooh la la. I'm really good at this.
Perfect. Well, Mr. Tate is finishing that up. I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do to start putting it all together on the piñata. I'm going to get one of the squares that Mr. Tate cut up earlier to put on the top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my hot glue gun that hopefully works better than ours is right now. I'm going to go right around the edge, just the rim right here, and I'm going to put hot glue on there. Remember, be careful because it is hot.
For everyone still watching, just want you to know I'm still working very hard on my fringe.
Wow, we're so impressed, Mr. Tate.
Thank you.
All right, the next thing I'm going to do is I want to hide these corners. So I'm just going to I'm going to glue a little bit around here, and I'm going to push it down so it hides a little bit better. All right.
Should we also note, Mrs. Tate, that sometimes it hurts to touch hot glue? actually always hurts to hot shot glue.
Well, it is hot, dear. Okay, the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to match the color of the square that I used down. So the first ruffle I'm going to put on is going to be the blue. And I'm going to match it up to where the tape goes right above the edges of the corner. So you can't see them, and it hangs off the edge. The fringe will hang off the edge a little bit, okay? Sometimes it doesn't overlap. You can either add a little bit of tape to help it overlap, and what I'm saying is the tape doesn't cover it. So you can just add a little tape there. And voila, that is our first layer right there. So, Mr. Tate, we are going to continue this. You see how I lined it up? I put the ruffles right over the edge of the tape. I'm going to put it all the way around. Mr. Tate, what color should we do next?
I say we do green next.
Go for it.
Put my tape right over, ruffles right over the tape. All right, next we're going to do pink. Mrs. Tate, I am killing this.
You are. Great job, Mr. Tate.
All right. Got two more.
Okay.
Go with orange next.
Now you want to be careful when you do it because you don't want to cover it up too much. You just want to make sure that you cover up all of the tape. So, Mr. Tate, can I show him real quick?
Yeah.
He is just covering up all of this tape right here. He's not going way low with the next layer because if you go way low, you're not going to have enough to go all the way to the tippy top, and your toilet paper roll will definitely show. So, you want to make sure that you cover the tape, but don't go past the tape very much. Last one?
Last one.
Excellent. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get ready the next square that we're going to put on the top. But before we put it on the top, do we need to fill it with goodies?
Absolutely we do.
I don't know what goodies you're going to have at the school. It'll be in your bucket, but all we have is confetti here at our house.
Lame.
Mr. Tate eats all the candy. We never have it in the house. So we're going to put just this homemade confetti that Mr. Tate made. You can make it whatever color you want to. Or maybe if we have an order that they ask for something specific, you can put that specific color in there. Or if somebody had a favorite color. Very good. And Mr. Tate is wrapping the rest of the tape around the top. Could you put that a little closer?
Yeah. So what I did is I just took the extra tape that I had and I just folded it over the top right into the middle of our toilet paper roll.
Excellent. All right, we are going to stuff the confetti into the toilet paper roll. Wow, we got a lot of confetti.
Oh, it's going to be one heck of a party.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wait a second.
Very
I've
good.
got some too.
Oh, wow. Okay. After he finishes with the confetti, we are going to hot glue just 2 spots in our toilet paper roll. And what we're going to do is we need to measure out about 20 inches of string. So, I don't know what kind of string you have, but you're going to get not the tape measure, the ruler, and you're going to measure out about 20 inches. I already did, and I cut it. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to glue 2 spots here inside my toilet paper roll, and then I'm just going to stick my string in there. I'm going to use the scissors to press it down so it's nice and tight, because if you don't do it nice and tight, when they pull it, will it bust?
Absolutely.
Lame. If it's not nice and tight, it won't bust here, so it has to be glued in there. Good.
I was wrong.
Don't hold the tissue off. Good try. All right, so there's a second thing of glue. I'm going to push my string in there. And I'm just going to push it down with the scissors and make sure that it's nice and tight. Very good.
What's
right.
next?
The next thing is I'm going to get my square and I'm going to put it just right here on the top. So it looks like great effort, dear. But Mr. Tate left a lot of space there for us to just see the toilet paper. You remember? Don't overlap it too much. Just go right to the tape so that it goes all the way to the tippy top because it didn't here. So it's going to look a little wonky, which is okay, but it's not the best. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue around the edge just like I did last time. And we're going to put the square there. Here in 1 second.
Mrs. Tate, if I was working in your classroom, though, and I ran into this problem, would it be possible for me to just place another one, cut out another one of my strips, and make another deal of confetti?
Good idea. You absolutely can. All right, but because we didn't think of that beforehand, you can do that, or you can just wrap around and glue down the top again. So it's not going to be a ruffle and look as nice, but it's not going to, you're not going to be able to see the toilet paper. So glue around it and then push it down. It's kind of messy sometimes, Mr. Tate. Okay, there we go. Now, if you did go all the way to the tippy top, we would cut that to make it nice and even around the top. Make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, the last thing that we're going to do, it's almost ready, is we are going to get about 3 inches of string, which I also already cut right here. We're going to tape the end of it. We're going to put it down on the end of the piñata. And when we do this, you want to make sure it is nice and tight. Now, don't push through to make it bust, but when they pull, they're going to pull it from the end right here, and that's when the confetti is going to fall out. So you want it nice and tight so it will definitely pull, because if it doesn't catch on the square down there, nothing's going to come out. So, all right, you guys. Ta-da!
Looks really cool. Now Mr. Tate's going to go back and practice so he can make a lot better design next time.
What kind of design would you do?
I don't know. I might do...
OSU Cowboys?
Probably some OSU
Sorry,
Cowboys. Maybe some Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh.
I don't know.
All right, you guys. That is it. When we get to the end, we are not going to pop it because we're selling it for goodies. So be sure that you clean up, throw away all your trash, wipe down your table, and...
Let's get ready to party!